guys, welcome back to my channel. It's G from Happiness and Crafting. So it's Friday freebie day. We are now on number 73. So I thought we will go into sort of like an autumny theme for a few weeks now. So I've made these leaves and I scanned them in. Well, what I did, I made them and then I coloured them with some chalks and everything, and then I scanned them in because I was using them for my autumn journal. So I thought they're perfect. I thought you guys might love them as well, and they are really nice. So they're just, I've got a sort of like little selection of different sizes for you, and sort of like different colours, and they are really lovely. So all of you that are doing your autumn journals or would just like some leaves, these are absolutely perfect. So I'm going to just show you what I have been doing. Now I've popped some into my journal here because I have made a pocket on this one. So this is just a little pocket here, and what I've just got a piece of card behind there. I've layered it up with some fabric, some cheesecloth. I've got a little twig here, and I sewed the twig onto the pocket before I stuck it down with some gold thread. So I'm not quite sure whether you can see that, but it just looks so lovely, and it just gives it a lovely little bit of a dimension, because I do like a little bit of texture and dimension on pages. So I think that looks really nice. So they are just perfect for your journals. A couple of little cards in there. I also have here, I just wanted to show you how I've done it here. I've got little dingly dangly with some little leaves on there as well, which I made. So I've just popped it on here as a little like cluster, which I think looks nice. And I did have another one here, which is just down round the sides of these little vellum pockets like that. So I think they just look so lovely, and they just go so well with your journals. I also wanted to show you as well quickly, actually, these are my new papers. Now I have printed this one off onto some tea stain paper and coloured it in with some chalks. I've got two that I've done, and I am just loving them. I've popped one of our little page tabs on here, the little beaded page tabs, and that's got butterfly wings on. So I'll pop the link to the tutorial for that. And what I've done, I've added 3 little jump rings on there, and that just gives it enough to hang down, just to flop over a little bit, and I think that looks really good as the top of the tag. And this one I've just popped a little bit of seam binding in there, but I have just chalked them on there, and I just love it. I think they look really lovely, and they go perfectly with the journal, the autumn journal that I'm doing. So just quick flip, I just want to show you these. Now what I've done, I've got 12 sheets on here. I have done 3 of them in portrait. I hope you can see those, because I wanted some portrait the other day and I didn't have anything. So I'm going to start adding a couple of portraits to the kits as well, and I just wanted them that way. So obviously we normally do them landscape, but I did these on portrait. The rest of them are landscape, and I just think they work really well. But you can see the colour. I've got a piece here. You can see the colour difference printing it onto tea or coffee stain paper. But they are fantastic, because you can just, if you're somebody that only has a black and white, or a printer that only prints black, these are perfect because you can colour them. Obviously don't colour them with anything that's going to smudge this, but things like chalks and pastels and things like that, and pens, felt tip pens and crayons you could use on these. And I think they are absolutely gorgeous, and they're so easy. Or print them onto coloured paper, which would be perfect. Got some lovely little bees in there, so I've got a couple of bees. This is a lovely bee paper, and then I've got a bigger one. I'm just loving these little bees, so I think they are just gorgeous. And then we've got some butterflies. We've got bee, butterfly, bee and 2 butterflies in that one, and this is sort of like the bigger version of it, which I'm loving. Love them. I'm going to turn it over, and then we've got this one, which we've got some butterflies and some bigger butterflies like that. So loving these, and they're so easy to use. but I just love the way they've come out in this colour. Just beautiful. So I'm just going to show you a few things that I did. Obviously I've put them in my journal like this on here. Let me just find that page again. So I've done this page here. We don't want those bits there. And I've also made some lovely envelopes. So what I've done, I popped them on the sort of flap of the envelope because I wanted to just put them onto a page. I don't know whether I've got a spare page there. So they will just pop onto a page, get a little paper clip on there, and I think they look really, really lovely. And again, I've done this one here. And I've got the leaves on the little flap like that, with a little bit of collaging going on, so loving them. And then I've done a big tag, wherever the big tag is, which is here, and I've made it into sort of like a little pocket tag, so it's got like a little opening here. I'll do a tutorial on these because they're really, really simple and really lovely, really, really nice. And what I've done, I've just sewn around these. I've stuck them on, I've collaged a little bit of paper behind. This is a bit of the autumn papers, and I've just popped the leaves on, and I've just sewn on the sewing machine. Obviously you don't have to if you're not a sewer or you don't have a machine, but you can. I've just sewn them on there, and I think that looks just so lovely. So that would just sort of like clip into the side of a journal on a page, and then you've got a little pocket as well in there. So I think that's really nice. So I'm going to do one of these little envelopes. Let me pop that to the side. I've got my tray here with all my bits and pieces in. So I've got some leaves that are ready cut out on here like that. I did have an envelope which is there. Pop that to the side. And I've got my chalks here. So these, I'm loving these chalks at the moment. Really, really love them. So I've just got an envelope which I have coffee stained. Now you can just, if you don't have any coffee stained envelopes, you can just use a bit of tea stain or coffee stain paper. You see where it's all stuck down, and just fold it up. But I think these look lovely. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to get some chalk. I'm going to start off with a sort of like a green, sort of like a lighter colour, and just go around the edges. Don't have to do a lot. Again, you don't have to use chalk, so you can use inks, crayons, whatever you got that you'd like to colour. Add a little bit of colour in, or you don't even have to add colour. So just turn this over. So if you rub the chalk in quite well, it doesn't come off, but you can spray it with a little bit of hairspray, which will set it. But you can get fixatives as well, but hairspray just does just the job. But if you really, really rub it like that, it doesn't come off. Rub it right into your page, your paper. What shall we have? A little bit of this lovely autumny colour here, which is beautiful. A lovely rusty colour. So just go around the edges, and I think it just, you know, highlights it lovely. A little bit on the back. I think you can also use things like old eyeshadows as well, do the same sort of thing as this. And if you've got sort of like a shiny eyeshadow, you'd probably get a nice little shine to it as well. So there's all sorts of different ways you can use to colour things. So there we go, let's have a little bit of the brown just down here. So that's colouring it, so that's quite simple, isn't it? Oh, need a little bit more on this side, I think. Just a bit of brown there. Perfect. You can always add to it afterwards as well. So we could do with some leaves. What shall we have on the bottom? So I think, because I've got two going the sideways, I think I might just have it this way. So just take the leaves, just cut them out. they're quite simple to cut out. It doesn't matter if these ones are a little bit jaggedy like that, but just go around it. If you cut little bits off, it doesn't really matter. I'm sure it will be fine. Nobody's going to really notice. And then you just pop a little cluster like that, which looks good. Let me just get some glue. Just glue them down. I've just printed these onto just some white copy paper. I think this was 120 GSM that I used, but again you can use whatever you like. I'm going to get a little bit of this as well. So this is the cheesecloth and bits of cotton as well. Take a little bit of cheesecloth and my scissors. I did have a little bit of a tidy up just now, so I'm not going to be able to find anything now. And use a little bit of glue stick just to stick this on, just so it's behind it like that, just down, little leaf, let's bring that up, pop a little bit more glue on there. So simple. Again, oopsie daisy, you can add bits of fabric, bits of lace, whatever you like, just to build up from the bottom. I think I'm going to pop a little butterfly on there as well out of the kit, if I can find one. There we go. Oops, a little bead. Let's pop a little butterfly on there. This will go perfect in the journal then. Stick these down. Doesn't that look nice and so quick and easy? Really, really is. Let's turn it over and let's pop something on here. I think we'll just have it super simple, just like that. A little bit of this cheesecloth here. Stick that on. Pop the little leaf on. I should really use some Fabri-Tac over the top of the fabric, over the top of the cheesecloth, so it sticks it down a little bit better. Put that on there. Oops, I was going to put you underneath, wasn't I? Let's just slip you underneath, just like that. Pop you under there. Perfect. Shall we have a little butterfly on there as well? Let me see if I've got a little one on here. Got a little one we can just pop there, I think. Again, if you've got any nice little stamps, any leaf stamps or anything like that, or foliage stamps, you could pop that on the back of here as well. But look at that, how simple and how easy is that? And I think these leaves will come in really handy for you. Well, I hope they do anyway. I'm just loving them. So these are all made. I made all these, so they look really good. I think they look really, really lovely. And I hope you do too. So there we go, guys. That's what we've got for our Friday freebie. This is what I've made previously, which are here, which are these lovely envelopes as well. We've got them going this way. I love them. I think the clusters look really, really good. I will do a tutorial on this big tag because that's lovely. Really, really nice, and it's so simple to make. And that's what they look like on the journal. And this is what you're going to get here when you print it out. So there we go, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining me. Have a fantastic rest of the day. Have a lovely weekend. Stay safe, take care, and I will see you soon. All right, guys, bye bye.